Hi everyone, welcome to the new video lecture series of Vaishya IAS playlist. This will be the mini revision series related to ancient history. Though the cost benefit ratio of ancient history is very low in prelims point of view, it is very important to study these two topics, that is Jainism and Buddhism, because these two topics are very important. You get to see at least one or two questions from these two topics alone in every year prelims question paper. So this series is totally in line with the concept of Jainism and Buddhism. And all the compilation and notes and concepts that are explained in this video lectures will be in line with previous year question papers, Vaishya series question papers, snippet cards and revision charts provided by Vice sir, and also the concepts from Ancient History R.S. Sharma textbook. So the people who have already enrolled to Vaishya series and have studied them, this lecture series will be a wonderful revision sessions for you all people. And for the people who did not even study Jainism and Buddhism till date, you will be also benefited by these video lectures because all the concepts and facts are organized in a detailed and disciplined format in these video lectures. So let's get started with the lecture of today. We are going to study Jainism and Buddhism in a comparative format. That is, background of Jainism and then background of Buddhism. Then about Buddha and about Vardhaman Mahavira. Then doctrines of Jainism, doctrines of Buddhism, and so on and so forth like that. This comparative study will help you to understand the concepts better and to remember the facts even more easier. Let's get started with the first point, that is background of Jainism. Background of Jainism is connected with the concept of 24 Tirthankaras. The meaning of Tirthankara is savior and a spiritual teacher. The literal meaning in English of Tirthankara is ford maker. Ford maker is nothing but a pathfinder. So you can say Tirthankara in Jainism is a pathfinder. There will be 24 Tirthankaras in Jainism. All will have the perfect and identical inner knowledge, thus do not differ in their ideas or teachings. Because they have the same level of IQ and spiritual knowledge, they do not differ or conflict with their ideas and teachings. This is what is explained in this first point. One more thing I have to tell you is that we need not to remember the names of all 24 Tirthankaras and know about them. We need to just know about three major Tirthankaras who are Rishabhadeva, Parashavanada and Vardhaman Mahavira. So let's study about them. Rishabhadeva. He is the first Tirthankara. He is born in Ayodhya. He gave the living principles for humanity. And Parashavanada. He is born in Varanasi. He is the 23rd Tirthankara. His followers are called Niragranthas. Niragranthas means no bonds. Thus we can say the followers of Parashavanada have no bonds or attachments. Parashavanada has given four cardinal principles. These four cardinal principles are Ahimsa, Acharya, Asakya, Apanigraha. Ahimsa means non-violence, Acharya means not spilling lie, Asakya means not stealing, Apanigraha means not holding property. So, out of 5 principles of Jainism, 4 are given by Parashavanada, and the one and the last one, Brahmacharya, is given by Mahavira. This is a fact that you have to remember. To understand this concept of 24 Tirthankaras even in a better way, we have to understand the cosmology of time wheel in Jainism. In Jainism, the time wheel is divided into two parts, two equal parts. In one part, there are 6 divisions, and these 6 divisions also differ from each other. See, here there will be in one part there will be an increasing trend of happiness, and in another part there will be decreasing trend of happiness. One part of this wheel of time is called Utsarapani, the half cycle of increasing happiness. On the other hand, the opposite and equal part of Utsarapani is Avasarapani, where the trend of happiness will be decreasing So it is said that we are in this period of time, that is Avasarapani, in the increasing trend of sorrow and decreasing trend of happiness. So now you will wonder what is the relation between this wheel of time and 24 Tritankaras. See, here the time wheel is divided into two parts and every part will have 6 divisions. Means there are total 12 divisions in each time wheel. It is said that how many ever these time wheels will pass by, those many ever 24 Tirthankaras will be born. So in six divisions of one part, there will be 12 Tirthankaras. Exactly 12 Tirthankaras. Totally 24 Tirthankaras in one total time wheel. So that is the relationship between this cosmic wheel of time and 24 Tirthankaras. I think it is clear. So let's move on to the background of Buddhism. Buddhism, interestingly, does not connect itself to past. There is no background to Buddhism. It is a very striking feature of Buddhism. For example, any religion will connect itself to any past. Like Hinduism will connect itself to Vedas, Jainism to Tirthankaras, Christianity to Jesus and Bible, etc., etc., like this. Every religion will connect itself to some or the other past, but not Buddhism. Buddhism has emerged only and only with the birth of Buddha. Here there is a point of fact, that is Alaraka and Udaraka are main teachers of Buddha. You have to remember these names. They may be important in prelims point of view. Then Buddhism is silent on the concept of God. This is also an interesting feature of Buddhism. Buddhism do not accept or deny the existence of God. It is just silent on the concept of God. However, it talks about miseries and solutions of people rather than talking about God. So this is a brief background of Buddhism. Then let's move on to the second point, that is learning about Vardhaman Mahavira. So Vardhaman Mahavira is born in Kundagrama near Vaishali, present day Bihar, in 599 BC to Siddhartha and Trishala. He hails from a Kshatriya family and a Jantrika clan. Mother is the sister of Lichavi chief Chetaka. Here in this next point, we will study the relationship of Bimbasara with Vardhaman Mahavira. Here it becomes important to know the relationship of Vardhaman Mahavira with Bimbasara, because in his regime, Jainism was prevailed and propagated in a very intensified manner. So now, till here we understood. His mother is the sister of chief of Chetaka, and Chetaka's daughter is married to Bimbasara, and this is how Vardhaman Mahavira is related to Bimbasara, and thus he is connected with Magadha kingdom. And next we are going to study about his lifespan. He starts his sannyasi life at the age of 30. 12 years of practice makes him to get Kaivalya at the age of 42. Kaivalya is nothing but attaining Kaivalya Jnana in Jainism. Kaivalya Jnana means attaining the supreme wisdom. He attains Kaivalya Jnana at 24 at Jimbika Grama, and his death happens at 72 years in 527 BC at Pavapuri. This is a factual information that you have to remember about Vardhaman Mahavira. And then let's go study about Buddha. He is born in Lumbini to Siddhartha, the ruler of Kapilavastu, and Maya Devi in 560 BC. His wife is Yashoda and son is Rahul. He also hails from Kshatriya family, same like Vardhaman Mahavira. His father belongs to Shakya clan, mother belongs to Koshala dynasty. He was born to Maya Devi, however he was raised by Gautami. He left the material world at the age of 29. After 7 years of practice, he gets enlightenment at the 35 years of age. Then he propagates his ideas all throughout his life for 40 years, and then his death happens at 80 years of age. One more interesting fact that you have to remember about Gautam Buddha is his favorite horse. His favorite horse name is Kantaka. This becomes important because this Kantaka uh, has been mentioned in a lot of Buddhist scriptures. Not only scriptures, there are also sculptures. You can look at these pictures. There are even sculptures that indicating the Kantaka, the favorite horse of Buddha. This first picture indicates that the partition of Kantaka and Buddha. And this is about another story of Kantaka. If you are really very interested to know these stories, you can learn and read them in the Vice Test series. It is a question from Vice Test series only. So that's about today's lecture, and we'll meet you in next video series. One more thing I wanted to tell you all is about the Vice Test series. This is the most trusted test series in India. You can just WhatsApp to this number, that is 7200681675, to get the introductory videos as well as the sample test series. And thank you for listening till now. Thank you so much.